health benefits of Ganoderma in 1980s, and his continuous teaching in ganotherapy that leads to our global success. So thanks to DSN, we have hope for health and wellness even through this stormy pandemic. Okay, let me get the slides ready, huh? Right. What is ganotherapy? So the understanding of ganotherapy in health management is very, very important. Now, what is ganotherapy? Ganotherapy is a holistic nutritional approach to balance the body system. So there are 4 observation theories of ganotherapy we need to comply. Number 1, illness is caused by 2 sources, toxins and body is out of balance. Number 2, Ganoderma supports the body and the body can heal by itself. Number 3, any reactions is not caused by Ganoderma, but your immune system is healing on your problem areas. Number 4, the dosage of Ganoderma depends on the body condition and not on the diseases. So this is a very important message I would like to get across to you. Especially many members, they thought, okay, one size fits all. So one take the particular dosage of the Ganoderma, they expect it works for everyone, which is not true. Okay, so later on I will explain more to you why is this case. Yeah. So most importantly, we need to know, why do we get sick? Why are toxins harmful? Toxins will harm the delicate cells of our body with toxin inflammation. In the end, this toxic inflammation builds up and contributes to many other diseases. So I give you some examples of where are the toxins coming from. These are examples of the toxins. Huh? So as you can see, we have air pollution, water pollution, and pesticides, commercial fertilizers, and insecticides. So can you imagine all these toxins can damage the DNA in the cells? There are a lot of hidden toxins you may not know. And it can be in our home and is in our swimming pool. Chlorine, actually, human can absorb as much 8 times more chlorine through the skin than by drinking it. And of course, chlorine can be absorbed as fast as 60 seconds from us into your skin. So we are having shower and then we are swimming. So we are contacting with all these toxins on the daily basis. What about the utensils we are using? Food containers, canned food, plastic bottles, and baby toys, etc. All these hidden toxins is affecting us daily. And look at our home, our television, the paints in our home, and ceramics. What about the water piping system? Especially in the countries where you have 4 seasons. When it's in the winter, your piping will be constricted. And during the summer, the piping will be expanded. All this can cause these, what you call cracks in the internal part of the piping. And this can leach the heavy metals in the water. The fish in the ocean. Most of us like to eat fish, but most of the fish are contaminated with heavy metal, especially the shellfish. This is open secret. Hidden growth hormones in our livestock and the animals. When the body is filled with toxins, symptoms will start to overflow. The root cause of diseases today is toxins accumulated. Anything that is not wanted by the body, they are toxins. Example, viruses, candida, bacteria. Yeah. So when the toxins is overloaded, accumulated of toxin in the body cause all the symptoms. You suppress the immune systems, when we tend to have infection, inflammation, and due to long-term toxins hamper our cells and will cause degenerations in the cell function, allergies, chronic diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. So our aim is not just to remove the symptoms. We need to empty the barrel and remove the toxins. Why do toxins accumulate in our body? Now, our lifestyle, our food, most of us tend to eat acidic food and we don't exercise. So can you imagine when our body is acidic? So it's just like the blood is chalky. When blood is chalky, you can visualize this is a water tank. So you can see that the water is dirty, chalky, and even the fish cannot live in the water. Same thing with our blood environment. When our blood environment is chalky, it will clog most of the micro blood circulations. You know, this blood circulation is so long. If you join our body blood circulations together, it can go around the earth 2.5 times. Especially when you look at these minute blood vessels, you just touch with your hair, only single blood cells can pass through these minute blood vessels. Can you imagine when it is clogged? Okay, so the tissues in any part of our body, for example, this tissue is in the liver, then the blood circulation will hamper the oxygenation, nutrients, and even immune cells to this part of the body. And worst of all, toxin is unable to be removed. So therefore, accumulation of toxins in long term, it can hamper our organ and system. You look at our detox system. What are our detox system? Our lungs, okay? Our gastrointestinal system, from our stomach, intestine to the large intestines, and the liver, of course, our urinary system, the kidneys, and the bladder. So when you can't remove all these toxins, and toxins will accumulate and destroy our system gradually. And of course, this can cause degeneration of organ and system and accelerates and leads to premature death. So therefore, there are problems like hypertension, diabetes, and cancer. These are the degenerative diseases that took many years to develop. Well, our body is equipped with a very intelligent system to eliminate the toxins. So we have first level of defense, which is the discharge phase, and second level is put aside phase, And the third level is tumor developing phase. And all these phases, the body actually is trying to protect us from toxins. The first level, the discharge phase, toxins will be discharged from the body as sweat in the form of urine, phlegm, and stools. So therefore, when you have a lot of water-soluble toxins, when you exercise, you drink enough water, okay, the toxins can be easily be eliminated through sweat, urination, and even the sputum. The sputum actually is the mucolytic system in our body that is able to eliminate water-soluble toxins. And then, of course, the motions is removing the fat-soluble toxins. And the second level of defense is the put aside phase. Toxins can be crystallized or combined with inert materials, right? So it can be crystallized into uric acid and stone. So you can find that some of them become uric acid that is crystallized in the joints, and some of them become renal stones. And then you see, I have seen a lot of people with crystallized bile stones, and this can cause a lot of problems in the gastrointestinal system. And of course, our viscous fat is a storage tank for toxins. That's why there are some people that when they go on diet, and then they thought that, they are able to lose weight. But if your body is filled with toxin, and even you go on diet, and the toxin is still accumulated in your body, you are unable to remove the fat. So therefore, with the dieting, you will find that why we are not losing weight. So if you want to lose weight, you need to detox first. And the third level of defense is tumor developing phase. This is a very important phase that most of us do not understand. When one has tumor developing in the body, they are so frightened. They will go to the doctor, I have a big tumor here. And of course, quickly, they will go to the doctor for surgery to remove the tumor. However, once the tumor is being removed, but your body is still filled with toxins, you can see that tumor develop again. So that's why actually the tumor developing phase is a protection phase for our body from tumors and cancer. When your body has toxins, they are all acidic toxins. So your body, what will do? It will envelop it. So it will envelope in a small, you can see small area, so that the toxins will not leak out and destroy the healthy cells. But if you are not changing your lifestyle, your eating habits, so that the toxin accumulation can be more, so therefore, over the times, it can develop into bigger and bigger tumor. You can see actually you have a capsules, encapsulation of the toxin. Actually, this is a defense mechanism. But of course, when you don't change your lifestyle, you keep torturing our body on the daily basis, and your immune system is being weaker. So therefore, it can be 10 years, 15 years, then your body is out of control. And this can turn into cancerous cells. Ganotherapy actually is a holistic approach. It contains a wide spectrum of nutrients, and the nutrients support the cellular functions to restore the body balance. And the ganotherapy is to strengthen the body system and change the body environment to eliminate diseases. So you can look at our Ganotherapy, which was invented by our CEO, Dr. Lim, 28 years ago. Initially, our Ganotherapy started with just Ganoderma, algae and GL, okay? And of course, supported with this green theory with the spirulina, and then of course with the enzymes therapy, okay? Well, of course, over the years, our Ganotherapy improved tremendously with a wide spectrum of nutrients. So we also have other essential functional food like the morinzi, which contains noni and roselle, and other functional mushrooms like cordyceps and lion's mane. So of course, from this scope of nutrients, I will emphasize on the Ganoderma RGL, which is a generalist, which will balance the body system generally. So, and of course, we also have specialist products like cordyceps. Cordyceps is very specifically enhance lung function, heart function, kidney functions, and of course, the liver function and the brain function, etc. So these are specific, okay, including the lion's mane. The lion's mane is very specifically for gastrointestinal system, right? And is also very good for nervous system, and to help people to cope with stress. Yeah. So these are specialist products. And of course, later on, I will go into the RZ and GL, why they are generally improving our whole body system. Now, Ganoderma become the spotlight today. And of course, the researchers has confirmed the mushroom categories give the highest therapeutic effect to human body. And of course, the scientific name of Ganoderma is Ganoderma lucidum. Chinese name is called Lindsay. Most of the Chinese, they are familiar with Lindsay. And the Japanese name is Reishi. Why DXN Ganoderma is so unique? This is very, very important because the quality of the Ganoderma, especially the nutrients, it has to be reassured that it has good efficacy, and this is affected by the right species. Yeah, as we know, we have 6 red mushrooms, and of course, each of the plant, the time of the harvest, and the process of the extraction. This is DXN uses cold method, and the concentration of our Ganoderma, we know that is 20:1. So today I will not go into this because go into this topic is another a few hours talking about this. So you may bear in mind why Ganoderma is so unique, because it gives the best efficacy, because DSN maintain the quality of Ganoderma. Now, why RZ and GL work so well in the body? It works to the cellular level. Now, look at the picture. This is most of us, when your body is acidic, your blood is chalky, and the blood cells are stuck together. And this, of course, it would clog the microcirculation and affect the poor cell function. So you tend to have a lot of toxins that is accumulated in the cellular level, and you are unable to remove it. When you take RZ, for example, the toxin is being withdrawn from the cell, to the intertissue fluids with this kind of poor blood environment. So can you imagine, before the toxins is being removed, it can reverse back into the cell level. So therefore, there are a lot of people, they say, oh, I detox my body. They take a lot of other branded detox supplements, but however, they don't find they remove the toxins at the cellular level. I will show you some examples later. So look at this, cells. Between cells, you can see that there are some intertissue fluids around. So when you remove remove toxins, so the toxins find its own way gradually moving out of the body through either your urinary system, your liver system, or your lungs, your intestinal system. However, the phase is very slow. So the toxin can reverse back. So the body has to do something about it to prevent the toxin from reversing back into the cellular level. And here the GL plays a very important part. The polysaccharides will strengthen the cell membrane. So once the algae remove the toxin from the cell and the toxins is in the intertissue fluid region, but because the cell membrane is being closed and shut down, so the toxin cannot be reversed into the cells. So that's why algae and GL, it works together. It really removes the cells, the toxin to the cellular level. So what are the algae and GL health benefits? So number one, we know very well, when you take algae and GL, we have scanning effect. This scanning effect, I will go into details later, because these are the symptoms when you take algae and GL, why someone will complain some uncomfortable symptoms. Yeah. So this is actually scanning. The symptom that surface actually is your problem area. Yeah. And I will go into details later. And of course, I told you just now the detoxifying to the cellular level. So when you can detox to the cellular level, your cell function can be improved. So the body can regulate your body functions, okay, and reconstructions, yeah, in your organ and system. For example, improve your liver function on a daily basis, your lung function on a daily basis, your kidney function on a daily basis. So all this, they are functional. And of course, rejuvenation will take place. So the power of algae GL, actually, they are functional food. They are functional food. I always like to emphasize, stress is a silent killer. Now, with the release of stress hormones, our body will require at least 3 times more the usual energy that we are using. And so therefore, when you are constantly under stress, you will deplete enzymes, okay? And of course, stress also robs away the B group vitamins. When you lose B group vitamins, the body will be, the whole body system will be affected, especially the nervous system, your cardiovascular system, and our endocrine system. And deficiency of B group vitamin can lead to anxiety, irritability, restlessness, fatigue, and of course, it can lead to depression. So therefore, the green food is so important. Green food, actually, they are top source of micronutrients. All kinds of green foods, they have excellent source of vitamin A, B, and then, of course, vitamin K and magnesium. They are low in calorie, high in fiber, and of course, is very rich in antioxidant. However, the greens today are depleted with micronutrients due to commercial cultivation, soil depletion that can affect the nutrients in our fruits and vegetables. And you can see there were some researchers in the 1950s. If you take one bowl of spinach, you can get enough iron. But up to date, if you eat the spinach, you need 70 bowls to get the same amount of iron. Now, I would like to emphasize spirulina here, especially DXN spirulina, is a complete wholesome food to supply you with all the essential micronutrients. Yeah. So with all these nutrients, it can support the body functions. It supports your immune system, and it acts as a blood cleanser to clean your cholesterol, your blood sugar, improve your digestive system, and is an energy booster. Of course, there are so many research has confirmed spirulina is able to eliminate radiation and enhance your immunity, and it has antivirus, it has anti-inflammation, and of course, the high chlorophyll content prevents anemia. So, greens are top source of micronutrients and phytonutrients. So they are low in calories, high in fiber, and they also contain high level of antioxidants. So the next topic I would like to highlight is the why enzymes play a very important in our body. Enzymes are workers in our body. And then, of course, they are doers. And without enzymes, our cells, tissues, organ, and systemic functions will be affected. The cell function will not rejuvenate properly without enzymes. So that's why enzymes plays a very important part in our life. Without enzymes, our cells have no lives. And of course, you see, when you have no enzymes in the body, and you will spend more energy to do work. You know, your heart will work harder, your digestive system will work harder. Of course, you see, those people without enzyme, you will see that they always feel fatigued and tired at all times. But when you have food with enzymes, you use minimum energy. And of course, and when you save energies, your cells will rejuvenate and your organ and system will be healthy. Why we lack enzymes? Just now I told you that when you are under stress, you deplete enzymes. And at the same time, we are taking food that is lack of enzymes. Why? We eat too much cooked food. You assess your wellness plate. How balanced is our diet? Ideally, we should be taking more alkaline food, like fruits and vegetables. But today, people are taking more acidic food. And of course, this can cause acidic body environment. To create a better health in long term, we need to balance and help the body to reach its homeostasis. Actually, the homeostasis means balance, a balanced state, so that your cellular level, you can rejuvenate and improve the natural healing abilities. Therefore, Ganotherapy is just help us to balance our body. How do we take our RGL? Yeah, well, I'm sure the leaders, they are very well versed in this. For those people who have not taken any RGGL before, and you're afraid that they may have too much scanning effects, the scanning effects. So it's okay. Let them detox slowly on the daily basis. Start with 1 capsule of RG and GL, 1 pair a day, daily. So after a week, if you find that your clients is coping well with the 1 pair of RGGL, not much reflection from the scanning effect, then you can go to 2 pairs. And by 3rd week, you go to 4 pairs. And by 4th week, you can go to 6 pairs. And for maintaining those, and you maintain at 6 pairs. So when I mention 6 pairs, but I would not say a one size fits all. For example, a person with unhealthy lifestyle, for example, they don't exercise, yeah, they don't exercise, they tend to eat a lot of meat, and then maybe they smoke. Okay, you let them take extra, yeah. So they may have more toxins than others, so let them take extra, okay. And of course, people with more moderate health problems and unhealthy lifestyle, okay. So for example, the person had high blood pressure or diabetes, or even some degenerative diseases, yeah, you can go from 9 to 12 pairs. People with severe health problems, you can go for 18 to 30 pairs. Now, the basic principles of Ganotherapy, yeah. So these are the journey, the healing journey for all of us. We need to understand. So our goal is to reach the balance and better health ability. So roughly, we will tell you the scanning period. If you start the RGGL, yeah, maybe 6 RG, 6 GL. So you may have some scanning effects, 1 to 30 days. 1 to 30 days is only an estimation. Some people, the scanning effect may last longer. So for example, the person may have high blood pressure or diabetes. So therefore, the sick cells, yeah, sick cell inverted commas. So there are many unhealthy cells in the body. Do you know we have trillion cells in the body? And your body is under the attack of so much toxins, radiation, etc. So there are a lot of wear and tear in the body. When we take RG and GL, the wear and tears and the repair can go on. So therefore, you may feel some discomforts during this period, okay? So do not worry about the discomforts, yeah? And of course, the detoxifying cells is about 1 to 30 weeks, yeah? Again, it will differ from person to person. Regulating body function 1 to 12 months, and building the resistance is 6 to 24 months. And of course, the rejuvenation is 1 to 3 years. So again, I say that all this is only an estimated period for you, but it varies from person to person. Ganotherapy is a health management. Now, during the scanning, detoxification, and regulating periods, some people experience some healing crisis. I will go into healing crisis in details later. Yeah, reishi, especially RG, RG is a very good benchmark to see if the body has reached its homeostasis level. I give you an example. Some people who has never taken any RG before, you give them 1 capsule of RG or 2 capsules of RG, they may react, you know, or maybe they have some rashes, or they may have headaches, or they may have some diarrhea. Okay, these discomforts actually indicating their body language. They have some toxins. Okay, I give an example about myself. I challenge myself how healthy I am. Yeah, I've been taking DXA Ganotherapy, especially the RGGL in the large amount, like Mycovita. Mycovita in Australia, you also have Mycovita. 1 sachet is 24 grams. Huh? Okay, so I challenge myself how healthy I am, because sometimes I can eat some unhealthy food also. So when I detox, I just take 1 sachet of this Mycovita. Okay, I have no symptoms, no symptoms. I feel good and all that. And I put extra RG inside, maybe another, 12 capsules of the RG. So I'm taking extra RG just to make sure I'm okay. So I have no signs of discomfort. So I'm very happy. Make sure that means I comfort myself, so my body is good. There's no healing reactions and my body is balanced. Yeah. So therefore, through modulating the immune system, we are able to attain the balance of the body. When health span is maintained, the longevity can be achieved. And this is what we like about Ganotherapy. So Ganotherapy, you need perseverance. It's just like you do exercise on a daily basis. So we see good results. And Ganotherapy, with your perseverance, you are able to maintain a good health span, which determines our lifespan. So therefore, we need to maintain our health span on a daily basis. Now, of course, when someone is on Ganotherapy, they will expect, okay, when I take 6-RGGL, I will feel comfortable and all my symptoms will disappear. This is not the actual picture of Ganotherapy. Yeah. So actually, when you are taking Ganotherapy, I told you we have trillion cells in the body. You have wear and tears in so many cells in the body. So during the healing, you can see that your cells will give some symptoms. So this is not a smooth journey for someone who have health problems and they feel a lot of discomfort taking RGGL. Actually, this is healing journey, healing symptoms. Do not be afraid about the discomforts. Okay, I'll go into details of the reflections or the scanning of the Ganotherapy. Yeah. Okay. So signs of ailments of reflection, actually the skin. Okay. So if you have salty perspiration, that means you have excessive amount of uric acid in the body. Okay. And then of course, when the body is emitting toxins by perspiring, you have rashes and boils. And this is very common, very, very common. And all the leaders must understand, because some clients, after they take the RGGL, when they have rashes appear on their skin, they panic. They panic. And when they go to the doctor will say, oh, you're allergic to the mushrooms, you must stop your mushrooms. This is not the case, because RG and GL, I told you already, it improves the blood circulation and extract all these toxins from the cellular level into the interstitial fluids. And over the years, you are torturing your body. Your system of detoxification, like your liver, gastrointestinal system, your kidneys, your lungs, may not be able to detox for you at optimum level. So the fastest way to remove your toxins is through your skin. See, so therefore, when you have rashes and boils in your after taking RGGL, do not worry at all. Normally, I will advise patients with this kind of symptoms, top it up with Morinzi and Cordipine, so that it will make the blood less sticky, improve the micro blood circulations, and enhance the detoxification the vital organs, the liver, the kidneys, and or the lungs, etc., so that it will subside the rashes and the boils. Yeah. Okay. So the body is emitting toxic fat and non-soluble fat. So sometimes you have itchy skin, yeah? Itchy skin and rashes. Same again with this kind of problem. Yeah. Top up with cordyceps and morinzi. And most of the client will feel, very comfortable. Of course, the itchy part, I always like to ask the clients to apply some Ganoderma oil, yeah? Ganoderma oil, and it can be comforted with some GL. Yeah, just open a capsule of GL powder and mix with the Ganoderma oil and apply on the boils or the rashes, and it can reduce the inflammation. Okay. So, of course, the process of discharging toxin through the skin due to excessive consumption of modern medications. So there are a lot of causes, due to the toxins accumulation in the body. And then, of course, through elimination of toxins is not a smooth journey. You feel a lot of discomfort. Drink more water and exercise. So, and during the detox, don't eat too much animal proteins. That will aggravate your pH in the body and will hamper your detox system again. So during the detox, try to keep a clean body. Take more plant-based food like vegetables and fruits. Okay, so and that will enhance the detoxification. Okay, blisters and watery skin. Body discharging water-soluble toxins. So therefore, you can see some maybe blisters, yeah? So these are water-soluble toxins. Again, don't have to worry about this kind of picture. So what you do again, just top up the cordyceps, morinzi, drink more water, exercise to enhance the detoxification system, and also take less animal protein, take a clean, healthy diet. So make sure that your body environment is clean and healthy to enhance the process of detoxification. Okay? And some people complain of hair falling out. Yeah, so they're very fearful, after I take RG and GL, and when they have a shower or they wash their hair, they can see the whole bunch of hair falling off, in their bathrooms. Yeah. So this indicates the function of the kidneys is not so healthy. So, however, continue, be perseverance, okay? There's nothing wrong with your hair, but you have a weakened function of the kidney. So once you balance the kidney functions, your new and healthy hair will emerge after the process, and you can have more beautiful hair after that. And signs of ailment reflections on the head, or some people after taking RG and GL, you will feel headache and dizziness, especially at the front side of the head. Yeah? And this is a body language or indications of neurosis due to mental burden and too much thinking. And if you have pain or dizziness on the rear side, behind the head or upper part of the body, indication of high blood pressure, and lower part of the neck, indication of high or low blood pressure. You see, the headache and gases emitted out from the ears, and that is indication of migraines. Yeah, and dizziness is indication of insufficient blood supply or irregular blood circulation. So, with this kind of symptoms after you take the RGGL, again, clients are fearful again. They are very fearful. So do not worry. So get them some enzymes again. Enzyme is so important to improve their healing journey. So you can give them some morinzi, okay, and some cordyceps, right? And mix with half glass water, right? So we want to do targeted healing because their discomfort is at the head. So you don't drink it, just sip the water, sip the enzyme slowly. So use your tongue, swirl around your tongue so that your enzymes can be absorbed to the targeted regions, and this can reduce the healing reflections. Running nose, this is a common signs of ailment reflection. Yeah, so actually it is a toxic removal process from the lungs. So if someone after taking RGGL, you have a lot of excessive nasal discharge, don't worry at all, okay? Because our body is equipped with mucus. We call it mucolactic system, yeah? From the nasal region to your lungs. So when you have a lot of toxins in the lungs, the mucus will be able to discharge all these toxins from the lungs and as running nose. Because you can see lungs is like a balloon. There is no outlet at all. You can discharge the toxins. So when you take RGGL, the toxin is being eliminated from the lungs to the cellular level and it's discharged to the trachea, to your throat, and to your nose. So don't keep the toxins. Allow the toxins to run smoothly so you have healthy lungs. If you have blocked nostrils, the lungs have a high level of toxins, yeah? So, and of course, it is important you remove all these toxins, and also sneezing, toxic removal of process from the lungs, regulating the process for nose allergy. So you can do targeted detox for your ENT, ear, nose, and throat region. So if you are taking, for example, 6-RG and 6-GL, so when you have all these kind of symptoms, you don't swallow all your 6-RG and GL. You just suck 1-RG, 1-GL, you suck it, and you split the 6-RG, 6-GL into 6 times. So you're doing the targeted detox. So it will go to the lungs, you go to the nostrils and clear all your sinus and all that. So they're doing a targeted detox for you. So all this detoxification can be enhanced by taking extra products like Morinzi and Codipine. Again, you can mix small amount of water, okay? Suck a bit of Codipine and Morinzi, and gradually, and all these symptoms will be subsided. Cough. The signs of cough actually is quite common among people with a lot of toxins in the lungs, yeah? So especially I have some clients who smoke for a long time, and when they take RGGL, and they tend to have cough. And of course, coughing with a discharge of mucus means the removal of toxin from the body. Yeah, from the body. We have mucolytic system, yeah, where not only in the lungs, it's also in the stomach region, small intestines, etc. So all this can discharge through the mucus, and then when you cough out, the toxin can be discharged. A dry cough means the lungs contain an excessive amount of toxins, yeah? So many people overlook this symptom, dry cough. I have a couple of clients who have persistent dry cough, and they overlook it because there is no sputum. But after some time, they ignore the cough and they went for medical checkup, and they were found to have some tumor in the lungs. So actually, tumor in the lungs is accumulation of toxins. So don't overlook the dry cough, yeah? And coughing with an itchy throat means the removal of toxin from the throat and the lungs is in process, okay? So this usually happens when heavy smokers, huh? And of course, those who live in the polluted area, and for women who always cook in the kitchen, yeah? And our kitchen area can be very polluted. So again, when you have this kind of symptoms, suck the RG and GL, yeah? Yeah, the 6 pairs that you take, don't swallow it, split them, suck the 6 RGGL, but if the cough symptom persists, take more. Take 12 pairs. If you want to take the Mycovita, it's no problem. And in fact, I like Mycovita because, okay, for example, half a sachet of Mycovita is about 15 pairs of RGGL. You just pour in a cup and pour some Morinzi, no need to add water, and add some fortified, make into a thick paste, and spoon yourself. Spoon yourself, suck the paste, and that is very good to discharge all these toxins from the lungs and nostril regions. Yeah. And signs of ailment of reflection, especially the painful joints. Yeah, you can have painful joints, and this is the indication. It can be an old injury, old injury or gout. Yeah, and you can have cool sensation. It could be indication of rheumatism. Pain in the shoulders, and indicates that the blood vessels are hardening. Yeah, it could have some hardening, and then imbalance of the metabolism system. Okay, right? And then of course, this is quite common among us. The ladies always they say that, oh, they have painful soles, and then they have painful heels. And of course, this is some indication. This is weak kidneys, and painful heels is weak sex function. So again, with these symptoms of reflections, during the scanning period, do not be fearful. Take more products besides the RGGL you're taking. So especially for the inflammation, anti-inflammation products, our spirulina and our Morinzi and Codifine. So mix with all this so that it will reduce their signs of ailment reflections, and they can do gentle exercise, gentle walking, to be more active. So it will help you to improve the signs of ailments, And numbness in the hands, this is very common among a woman, especially in their mid-40s, or they already reached menopause age. You see, irregular blood circulation in the upper part of the body. You see, that's why when you get up early in the morning, you feel numbness, you don't feel anything. So this is something that is you need to solve it. So, and of course, and if the numbness is in the left hand, you have to be more careful because it can be indication weak heart, weak heart, okay. And then numbness of the feet, irregular blood vessels, the blood circulation of the lower part, and itchiness between the toes, it can be early signs of Hong Kong feet, etc. So again, this blood circulation, numbness, of the hand and all that, the RG and GL is good, but improve the blood circulation by taking more enzymes, fortified Morinzi. You can make as a beverage. Take a glass of water, 60 ml of Morinzi and 30 ml of fortified, and take twice a day. So this is it will balance the pH, make your blood less sticky. That's most importantly. When your blood is less sticky, with the algae and GL, it improve all the minute blood vessel circulation. So all this numbness, pain, and all that, it will be eliminated, and you can enhance the circulation by using clapping hand, okay, gentle exercise, swing hand exercise. These are the good exercise you can do every day. So when you have numbness in the head early in the morning, so you can sit on the bed, okay, clap your hand. You have a lot of nerve points on your hand, and all this will stimulate your fingers, to improve your blood circulation and all that. So when you get up and then you have your breakfast, or even before breakfast, you want to go out for a gentle walk or exercise, yes, you can do exercise, swing your hand up and down, and that will improve your circulations. Okay, signs of ailments of reflection, the urination, yeah, the urination. This is uh, very important for those people after taking RGG. Oh, they frequently, they run to toilet very frequently. Actually, this is the indication of the kidney is removing excessive amount of toxins. Huh? Okay, and then of course, if the color of the urine is chalky, okay, there you may have some. This indicates some kidney stones, and if it's oily, indication of lipid waste in the kidney. Thick and brownish, and indicates that toxin may be disposed. Yeah, and then you may have some blood in the urine, and that can be kidney stones. These are the common reflections. But throughout my 20 years of this Ganotherapy, I just want to share with you, a few of my cases. The patient had arthritis. He has been taking a lot of medications of different colors. So in fact, lately I have a lady. After taking the RGGL, of course, she was also taking some enzymes called Dipine, Morinzi. Suddenly her urine turns green, green color. So she was so afraid. So she bottled up the urine in the glass bottle and showed me. So I asked her what kind of food or medication she has been taking. So she took out her medication. Most of them are so colorful, and some of them are green color. So we are very blessed to have RG and GL that is able to remove toxin to the cellular level. So if you don't have RG and GL, can you imagine all these color, it will be stuck in the cells, and in long term, it can cause cancer. It can cause cancer. So for those who are familiar with Dr. Lim's story about the blue urine, there was an artist, and then, he was painting with his hand, the blue moon, the blue lady, remember? And, after he took RGGL and his urine was blue color. Again, this is something proof to us that, the RG and GL has detoxed all this dye that is stuck in the cellular level and being eliminated through the urination. So it is a happy detox. And signs of ailment reflection in stool. Oh wow, this is a common sign, especially diarrhea. In fact, I had a client, he only took one pair of RG and GL, and he ran to the toilet every day. So he was so frightened to take the RG and GL. One pair of RG GL is a baby dose. He shouldn't have diarrhea. So the diarrhea is nothing to do with our RG and GL. His body is bottled up with a lot of toxins. So when I interview him, he is a chronic smoker, and he loves to eat a lot of fatty food. So this is a sign of detoxification. Yeah. So I encourage him to take more and more. So later, when he reached 12 pairs of RGGL, all his signs of reflection disappear because the toxins is being eliminated faster. So if one has constipation, this is a sign of cleansing of toxin from the small intestine. Yeah. So, when someone has a lot of fat-soluble toxins, yeah, fat-soluble toxins, so your body needs to clear your intestine. So by absorbing most of the fluids, yeah, in your intestine, so therefore your body can scrub all this with a dry fiber gradually down to your colon, and of course all this is detoxification, especially for the fat-soluble toxins. Yeah, and if someone has blood, red blood, piles or cancer, yeah, so it can be piles. Yeah, I had piles many years ago when I was younger. Yeah. So I had 2 pregnancies. Throughout my 2 pregnancy, I also have this problem. Okay. So when I started my RG and GL 20 years ago, you know, what was my, what do you call it? Healing reflection. Every time I went to toilet, I have blood-stained stools initially. And then later on, even if I have blood dropping from my anus. Yeah, so of course I was very, very frightened. So I went for a scope, and it was confirmed that I had a couple of the hemorrhoids around my internal part of the rectum. So however, the bleeding wasn't continuously. It was periodically. Your body will not let you bleed all the time. So, okay, they discharged a bit of blood for a few days. And then, of course, I continue with my gynotherapy without stopping. And then after 3-4 weeks, again, I can see some blood-stained stools again. So periodically, my blood-stained stools eventually disappeared. And today, after 20 years, I have no more piles. So it's my hemorrhoid is completely healed. So of course, for those people with high risk of intestinal problem, and your red blood stool is persistent, then you better go for a thorough investigation, because it can be ulcer, can be cancer. Okay, so this is prevention. Okay, and then of course, dark blood stool, it can be ulcers. Yes, ulcer in the stomach. For example, if someone has a stomach ulcer, okay, so when you are bleeding in your stomach, okay, so by the time the blood has been digested and the go down to your stool, it's dark in color. So this is indication of dark blood. So do not worry about all these signs of ailments. Yeah, it's actually our body problem. It's not the LG and GL. Okay, and then indication that that the intestine is disposing of toxic waste. So there are a lot of people after taking RGGL, you know, their what do you call it? The stool is dark color, and some even describe to me is dark green color. Actually, why dark green? Because they could have congested bowels in their liver and congested bowels in their gallbladder. So after taking RGGL, all these toxins is being disposed, and it can be dark color. And at the same time, don't forget that our colon, they have a lot of pouches. So you tend to have some residual stools or feces that is stuck in the pouches. And when you take RGGL, all these residual stools, which is stuck there for so long, when you dispose it, and it can be very dark color. So with all these signs of ailments, we know that this is intestinal problem. So do not be fearful. Advise our clients, okay, to other than the RGGL, we take specific products, yeah, specialist products. What is good for our intestine? Our lion's mane, okay, our this cordyceps and spirulina. Don't forget our enzymes, yeah. So all these, it will nourish and improve our intestinal health system. Okay, so combination of other products will synergize and give us a healthy gastrointestinal system. Bodily reaction, pain. Pain actually, now, pain is a body language, but a lot of people, they are fearful of pain. They're fearful of pain. For example, just a simple headache. Oh, you feel uncomfortable. Then you take 2 Panadols to remove the pain, but you are not removing the root cause of the pain. So pain is a body language signal to us. Take the body language seriously. So if you have a sharp pain, well, this is when you take RGGL, this is the sign of regulating process for nerves. Yeah, the numb pain, indication of internal injury. A jolting pain is the regulating process of nerves that is related to internal organs. Yeah, you may have a fall, when you were young, or maybe you have a internal injury you did not know. Okay, somebody punched into you, or you did not know. So we could have some internal injury. Yeah, and then of course if you have tense pain, process of regulating the circulation. Yeah, so you feel heavy, lazy, and tired. Yeah, a lot of people after taking RGGL, they have this symptom. Actually, this is an indication of acidic body environment. Yeah, why? Most of us tend to have acidic body environment because we eat a lot of acidic food like animal protein. We take a lot of carbonated drinks. We don't exercise. We stress. Yeah, when your body is acidic, yeah. So you take RGGL, you tend to have this symptom, feeling heavy, lazy, and tired and sleepy. So do not be fearful. Yeah, and then of course hot sensation. Yeah. This is an indication that the body needs a lot of water to discharge the toxin. So again, your body will tell you your body is dehydrated. You need more water for removing the toxin. So drink more water. Yeah, and of course, light and feeling relief, or this indicates that your body is fresh and is regenerating well, and you are healthy. Okay. So signs or ailments of reflection of emotional reactions. Huh? Okay, fearful. After taking RTGL, some of the clients feel they're emotionally unstable. I have some of them, they are like this, they're fearful, and this is a signal of kidney function is weak, okay, or weak sex desire. Some of them bad temper, and this is liver function is weak, and they may have high blood pressure. So some of them have nervous and sad, and of course, lung functioning is improper. Some of them feel lethargic. This is the heart function is weak. Brain nerve system is poor, okay? And then blood circulation is not functioning properly, and dreamy digestive system is weak. Okay, with these emotional reactions, yeah, okay, other than the RZ and GL, give them some morinzi. Morinzi actually is a tryptophan food that can regulate our stress and help us to produce happy hormones, yeah, especially the endorphin. Okay, so support with the spirulina is another tryptophan food, and the lion's mane. You will find that they are able to cope with these emotional reactions. Okay. Ganotherapy actually is a preventive sign. Yeah. So I always emphasize ganotherapy need your perseverance. Perseverance. You can be in a healthy state today. Yeah. Some people can be in pre-inner state or half healthy, and some people already in the disease state. Whatever state, health status you are here, with ganotherapy, with the enzyme therapy, and with the support with the spirulina and all that, with the right nutrients, our body system is able to heal on a daily basis. So therefore, we are able to reverse our health status from poor health to good health. So be perseverant with ganotherapy, because ganotherapy is something that by exercise. You don't exercise, your muscle become limp. But ganotherapy is a wide spectrum of nutrients to help all of us to repair the wear and tears, and so that our cells, tissue, organ, and system is able to rejuvenate on a daily basis. So ganotherapy is a long-term solution for all of us. It is treating the root cause of all our illness. The symptoms that surface, actually, they are just the body language. So most of us will go to the doctor, for example, high blood pressure. We go to the doctor, remove the symptom. Actually, what is the root cause of the high blood pressure? Your body is acidic, you have inflammation, and your kidney is not functioning very well, your heart is not functioning very well. But by removing the symptom, you are not treating the root cause of the problem. So eventually, the health problem can be more severe. So Ganotherapy is the solution to all the hidden root cause problems. Yeah. Prevention is better than cure. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. If you think wellness is expensive, then try illness. There are many people say, oh, I can't afford to maintain my 6-RZ, 6GL is too expensive. However, you look at our lifestyle, the food you eat, your lack of sleep, you're under stress. Yeah. So you are not maintaining your health status. So when you have bigger problems like high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, you need higher dose of Ganotherapy products. So you will say you can't afford also. Yeah. Same thing with medical treatment. If you don't do prevention, whoever your health problem like cancer, it is a very, very expensive treatment. So therefore, we in DXN, we must encourage all our DXN members, not only ourselves, enjoy the Ganotherapy products. Every members in the family. We love ourselves. We love our loved ones in the family, especially now the pandemic of the COVID-19, and in Malaysia, the pandemic is so bad. Yeah, so everyone is so fearful to go out now. Of course, we have vaccination. Vaccination can give you some antibody, and the antibody will take some time to build. You may have 2 doses of vaccination, okay? And the antibody may be built in 2 weeks. However, the antibody will not be retained in long term. It's your immune system that you need to take care of, and it will work off all the dangerous virus, whatever variant it is. Your immune system is the best solution. So in conclusion, I would like to thank you, DXN, especially we can stay resilient in this challenging period. And I wish you all health, wealth, and happiness. See you at the top of DXN. Okay.
Madam Jane, I really, really hope that everybody have enjoyed your lecture. Very informative. I really hope that everyone pay attention, because the information you have shared with us, it's quite amazing and very useful. So definitely, I don't know, the ones that are here, we have a lot of people sharing the link of the meeting on Facebook. There is a lot of people sharing the experience, listening to your voice, listening to your wisdom. And based on that, I have a few questions that I will love to ask, a very short questions though, because I know you have a very limited time, same as us. So if I can share the screen so I can put your questions there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you see my screen? I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so
yes,
based on your experience, is it recommended to prepare and cleanse the body before start taking Ganoderma?
Okay. This is a good question. Well, not necessarily. All of us can go straight into our Ganotherapy. okay, you can recommend whoever comes along, yeah, with the RZ and GL as I recommended. You can go to 1246, or you can go to higher doses, etc. But you monitor, assess your clients, the scanning reflections. If your client complain that he has a lot of what do you call reflections, ailments, yeah. So you can top up some enzymes, especially our condifine and morinzi, okay? Because from the reflections itself, we are able to tell whether this client, the body is either the body is too acidic, or he has too much toxins in the body. So example, you have a lot of rashes, or you have diarrhea, etc. Okay, so of course they can go through the Ganoderma without any, what do you say, cleanse the body, because the whole range of Ganoderma itself is cleansing for you. It's cleansing for you, unless the patient cannot maintain or cannot afford to take additional products. For example, I said, oh, the patient has the client has too much reflections, so I top up condifine and morinzi so that to reduce the ailments of reflections, so that the patient has less scanning reflection. Then you can ask the patient to go on a clean diet, because when with a clean diet, also you can reduce the reflections. Okay, for example, take less meat, take less milk products, okay, and then of course take lots of fruits, juices and vegetable juices, okay, and then exercise.
Thank you for that. Now we have our second question. Will the effect of taking Ganoderma be shown at the same time in a person who takes the the products for the first time, when compared to another person who's used to take other health food? So are the effects going to be shown at the same time, or will that be different?
Let me try to get what you asked, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for example, our client is taking the Ganoderma the first time, all right? Okay, and compared to another person who is taking other health food. Well, when we compare Ganoderma product with other health foods, put them together, are they giving you the same functions? You need to understand whether they are giving you the same value of healing functions. Ganotherapy, our Ganotherapy products, number one healing pillars is balance the pH of the body. Number two, improve your blood circulation, enhance your oxygenation, okay? And of course, your immune system. And of course, stable our emotion. So all these heal pillars actually is supporting our body, who's ever taking the first time or not, okay? So when someone who take other health products, you want to compare their health products, then you have to understand their health products, whether they are functional, whether they are in the supplements in the form of vitamins, pills. Yeah, if they're in the form of vitamin pills, of course, I would not say the supplement in the form of vitamin pills are functional. They are not functional at all. If you take a vitamin C, it's vitamin C. If you take a calcium, it's a calcium. Okay, it's not functional at all. But if you take Ganoderma products, you take spirulina. Okay, for example, our client is taking spirulina and someone is taking calcium. It is a lot of difference, because spirulina is wholesome. It is completed with all the nutrients we have, all the micronutrients we have, and it also provides you with calcium. But it is also functional. Functional meaning it enhances your immunity, okay, and it boosts your energy, it cleanses your blood, and it cleanses your cholesterol, improve your gastrointestinal system, and it stabilizes emotion, etc. But if you take calcium, and one is taking calcium tablets, our body cannot absorb all the calciums in the tablets. And some of them will be floating in your blood circulations. It will be deposited in your organ and system, and also in the internal part of the blood vessel that can lead to hardening of the blood vessels or arteriosclerosis. Yeah, so this is the difference. You need to evaluate yourself. Our food is functional, and your other health food, either it is functional or just some nutrients, micronutrients without functions.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Very, very complete. Now, the second one, can Ganoderma products be given to a baby who is just a few weeks old, and what product can be given?
Oh, this is a very good question. I love this question very much. Yeah. Oh, I want to share with you. That was in the year 2015 when I was in Poland. Huh? Okay, so there was a couple. They had a newborn baby. Of course, during the pregnancy, of course, the wife was very stressful, sitting in computer, and a poor baby was born with malfunction of the thyroid. The baby was 1 day old. 1 day old, yeah. So of course, when the doctor tested the blood result, the T3 and T4 was very low. So the couple was informed that by the doctor that the child has to be on this thyroxine for life. Okay. So when they called me when I was in Poland, so I said, oh, you have to start the baby straight away on our Ganoderma products. Yeah. Of course, for the baby, the best product I like to give is GL. As you know, GL is a cellular healer. Okay, so the baby was 1 day old. The mother opened up the capsules, yeah, and mixed with the breast milk and spoon feed the baby. So of course, when the baby was 1 day old, the mother started 1 capsules, and later on, as the baby grows older, the mother gives higher dose, yeah, 2 capsules, 3 capsules, and then of course, eventually, 1 month later, the baby was already on about 6 capsules daily. And of course, periodically, the doctor tested the baby's thyroid function. They saw something very strange, because they saw that the thyroid function is coming back. So they gave the baby some time. They did not start the baby straight away on thyroxine, but 3 months later, we reversed the function of the baby's thyroxine. So for your information, now the baby is already 6 years old. Yeah, 6 years old. So during the healing journey, the parents, the proud parents, always like to send me some pictures of the baby. Yeah, feeding the baby not only the GL and also the spirulina, and the baby is also drinking the Morinzi. You know, now the baby is a beautiful young lady at 6 years old, and the thyroid function is.
Magnificent story about the baby. I'm so glad that we asked that question. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Now, and the second last one is, it is okay to give Ganoderma capsules or Reichilium powder to 11-year-old and 3-year-old girls, and how much of the product can be given?
Oh, okay. This is a good question. Okay, let's look at the 11-year-old. The 11-year-old girl or boy, he is a teenager. So of course, at 11 years old, of course, the parents will pamper the child with a lot of nice food. Okay, so the child can have a lot of, could have accumulated some toxins. And at 11 years old, the child can be stressful in the school. Yeah. Okay, so you can give 1, 2, 4, 6, and the child can maintain at 6. And even more, if you think the child is stressful in the school, you can give 12 RG and 12 GL is no issue at all. The Reichilium powder, you can give 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon is about 6 RG, 6 GL. Yeah. So you can take about 2 teaspoons. I think the powder is very easy. What you do, what I normally do, children who are fussy about the taste, because it's not that they can't take Resilient because of the taste. Yeah, it's bitter, mommy. I don't like to take, you know. So what I do, okay, make some nice cocktail for them. 1 teaspoon full of the Resilient powder. You can mix with maybe 20 ml of the morinzyme or your roselle juice. Yeah. And you put some ice cubes. Oh, it's so nice, you know. Or you make some, what do you call, some fruit juice, or some fruit ice cream. You can mix it and some fruit smoothie. The children will love it. Okay, so there's no issue about the dose. It's the bitterness that children don't like to take it. You know, I want to share with you about the 11-year-old. You know, lately I have an 11-year-old girl. Okay, and this girl came to me with severe abdominal pain. Okay, so after that, and sent to the hospital for medical examination. This young lady, 11 years old, has a huge ovarian cyst at 11 years old. Okay, so of course, it was a bit late. The ovarian cyst was strangulated. Yeah. So the doctor had to remove the ovarian cyst at 11 years old. So, however, when they explore the other side of the ovary, and it's not healthy at all. It's not healthy at all. A lot of white spots and all that. So looks like this child, did not have a good ovary function. Okay. So when they came to me, I interviewed this young lady with the parents. You know. So every morning they were eating. This child was eating unhealthy breakfast. You know, she loved to eat fried food, sausages, burger, and I can see in the whole day diet, I did not see this child is taking fruits or green vegetables. You know, so when I told the parents that if you don't take care of the other side of the ovary function, this child may not be able to preserve the ovary as she grows older. So I was very, very stern with the parents. Give the child healthy diet. Of course, with the whole range of DSM products, the algae-GL, Spirina, Moringi, Codifine, and that is very essential for the 11 years old to maintain a good, healthy ovary functions. Yeah. So that was for the 11-year-old girl. Yeah. For the 3 years old girl, 3 years old child, again, the Resilient or Ganoderma, the dose is not the issue. It's the bitterness. But I am clever enough to make my own Resilient powder less bitter. Normally, what I do, I would give extra GL. Okay, for a 3-year-old, I make 4 capsules of the GL and 1 capsule of the RG. When you blend them together, it's not so bitter. So once you mix it with the fruit juice or with our roselle juice or even with the fruit smoothie, I tell you, the children loved it. Okay, so the Ganoderma is suitable for people all walks of life, babies, yeah, newborn babies, toddlers, and then of course school children, yeah, school children. I want to share with you the school children. My just now in the reflection ailment, I forgot about this story. You know, when my daughter was about 7 years old, she was in the school. I started with her with the RG and GL, you know. So she was walking through the hot sun to the school and then back home. So after she was taking RG GL for 2 months, I noticed that her sweat, you know, she wore the white uniform. So her sweat that stained her collar, it was orangey color. So when I went to the school to check on her, I could see that she was drinking a lot of colored beverage. She claimed it's fruit juice. So it was fruit juice. But I think there was a lot of artificial coloring and a lot of course, sweeties with colors and all that. Yeah. So again, I would like to emphasize, children need RG and GL to detox to the cellular level. This is a long-term protection for them. So we as parents, we want our children from babyhood to, to go through the healthy teenager, adulthood, and to old age, to have a healthy, what do you call, health span, to determine their lifespan. So this is something that we need to spread to all the leaders. Our DSM products is a blessing to mankind.
Thank you. Magnificent question. I'm so glad that we got to ask you that. Now, our last question, if you don't mind, are there any books to read to learn more about gynotherapy?
Oh, okay. Actually, Dr. Lim wrote a book on gynotherapy. I learned all my gynotherapy actually through personal touch with Dr. Lim. Okay, so of course with my, I also study integrated health and nutrition. So I also study my own Ganoderma books and all that. So when I put all these jigsaw puzzles together, I would say I will, and my gynotherapy is actually my knowledge, is my wisdom, and also experience. All of you don't learn from book, learn from your customers. So give a record of all your clients who are taking your RGGL. From day one, when you give them RGGL, record their reaction. What is their reflection? Okay, and how are you going to help them to cope with their reflections? So experience counts. So all of us can be a good gynotherapist. Most importantly, you need to know exactly what is Ganoderma. If you come to my house, my whole shelves are full of Ganoderma books. I have studied for 20 years. Okay, if you put them all together, okay, Ganoderma is a superfood that help mankind. So there is no side effect. You don't have to be fearful. Number one thing, the more knowledge about Ganoderma, you know that the reflections that come, it's not the Ganoderma that harm your body. It's your body has hidden ailments. Okay, so when you take Ganoderma, you monitor. Okay, the patients had pressures, patients had diarrhea, patient had pain and all that. Okay, then you adjust the dose accordingly so that the client can cope and tolerate the healing crisis, and then help them to top up some enzyme products, so reduce their reflex ailments. And most importantly, the first question, help them to have a clean body to improve their healing process. Okay, so this is all individual. I'm sure all the leaders over here today, yeah, they are quite experienced, they are quite knowledgeable with their own experience with their own client.
Magnificent, thank you very much. I hope everybody took notes, because I did. Very interesting. We really thank you very much. We feel privileged to being able to have you on our meeting. Hopefully next time we can count on you, maybe a different topic, maybe, not sure, but hopefully. And what I was trying to say is that I really hope that every one of the people attending on the room and the one watching us on the Facebook website page get some positive thinking, good knowledge from your wisdom. Yes. So thank you very much for allowing us to come into your home, being part of your family today. And I believe we will see you next time then.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you, Ruth, for organizing this meeting, because without you, my knowledge, my experience, I cannot spread to our ladies here, our DSM families in Australia. So especially Dr. Puvan, I love you so much. Yeah, and I will hope to see you back in Malaysia one day. And the rest of the family, of course. I can see Alice Cow there, another young lady from Malaysia. Okay, so hope all of you, my love to all of you, and then we keep in touch. I don't mind, we can even without this Zoom. Hi, Alice. Yeah,
hello.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah,
all right.
Nice to meet all of you here. I'm so happy to see all of you. So even we don't have Zoom meeting, we can have a private Zoom discussion, whatever problem that you have. You can do short discussion, half an hour, whatever, Q&A. Yeah, in small groups, I think you can benefit everyone.
Thank you very much for that.
Okay.
Really,
All right.
thank you very
Okay.
much.
Bye-bye.
So we
Bye-bye.
will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
morning,
Thank you.
BSN,
Yeah,
and
thank
we will
you.
see you
See you
next
at the
time.
top of BSN. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Madam Jane.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Good night for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.